Hello, everybody. Y volver, volver, volver. How's my salsa people doing? Who do we have in the house? Maria is here, ready to dance. Oh, thank you, Maria. Y volver, volver, volver. We have some people still recovering from bachata. Desiree is here. Woo-hoo. Very good, Desiree. Da, 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 da. Oye, mami, yo no sé qué hacer. No quiero volver, volver. Para volver a volver. No quiero volver, volver, volver. Mary Lou is here, present. What a good student you are, Mary Lou. And Layla is already donating money. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Layla. Thank you very much. Andre is here. The gang is coming in strong. Yelena, hello Yelena, my darling, welcome. Ba-da-dum. Few more minutes, guys. Just letting other people to join in. Oh, Susan, darling, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Getting it out of the way, getting ready for the class to focus. I appreciate it. I'm excited about today's class. We're gonna learn some nice stuff. I always say that, no? I'm always excited. Oh, always excited. All right. All right, my beautiful ladies, how are you doing? Now, are you ready for salsa? I know some of you just came from bachata, hardcore people, but some of you just prefer salsa, which is absolutely fine. So welcome. If it's your first time today joining in with me, hello to you all. And thank you so much for those who already started with the donations. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I know I keep saying it, but I'm saying it because it's true. Now, guys, salsa time. As I was saying in my bachata class, today is week 4. Can you believe it? It's just the time goes so fast. And what it means that next week we have our choreography. So for those who are new to this channel, but I can see the gang is here, so most of the people already know me. But if you're new to this channel, then you know that we usually do progressive learning classes for 4 weeks. We're learning very few moves, but we really focus on technique and actual styling and finding individual styling as well. But then the week 5, we go crazy. We've been working so hard, so we just pick a song that we like and we do a choreography. I plan the choreography, I pick a small piece of music, and then we just, you know, try to do some interesting stuff and literally pretend like we are on the stage and maybe even doing some stuff that you wouldn't do normally socially. So just letting ourselves a little bit loose, getting out of our comfort zone. And then for people who record the videos and upload them on Instagram or send them privately, they get prizes. Yes, I am a woman who gives away stuff. So stick around, of course, and hopefully you're going to come back next week for the choreography. But now we're going to get cracking with today's class. So first things first, a little bit of a warm-up, normal, just the basic steps just to get into a salsa mood. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to actually learn today. So get yourself ready. Make sure you have some space. I make sure I can see you. And let's get it started with a little warm-up. Let's see. You can see me? I cannot see you. Oh, it would be so amazing if I could see you. I would love that very much. All right, let's get it started. Ready? Basic. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Side step.
enamórate conmigo. Yo sé que estás tú abrazado, vamos a sentir lo mismo. Que la música nos lleve donde nos lleve, porque lo que está marcado nadie puede evitarlo. Enamórate bailando conmigo. Así, así, enamórate bailando conmigo. Así, enamórate bailando. No lo pienses, no lo pienses. Deja que los cuerpos hablen. Que bailar yo sé.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Que la
3,
música
4.
nos lleve donde nos lleve. Que lo que está marcado nadie puede evitarlo. Enamórate bailando conmigo. Así, enamórate bailando conmigo. Así,
Slide.
enamórate.
Basic.
La pista está lista y yo con la vista te invito a que bailes con llamas solidas. La música nos mantiene a su son bailando unidos.
And again, to the right.
Tu cuerpo sigue llevando el ritmo de mis latidos. Lo que es obvio no se explica, se baila pegadito. Que no dejen el ritmo a bailarlo con su ritmo.
Again, to the right.
Necesito que me toque un bolerito para darte en el oído.
On the spot, tap. Left, right, left, right. Shoulders.
Shampoo de cuerdas para enamorarse.
Basic. Slow walk. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Basic.
El son de tu está sonando y yo en tu figura
Again, slow
perdido.
walk.
Cuerpo a cuerpo van danzando. Los deseos prohibidos. La noche sigue avanzando. Se agudizan los sentidos. Poco a poco estoy notando que la timidez se ha ido. Vamos a seguir bailando. Enamórate conmigo.
Basic.
Enamórate
Stepping back.
conmigo.
Back. And back. And back.
Enamórate bailando conmigo. Así, pegadito.
Alrighty. Hopefully you are warm. I'm most definitely warm. And now we can get it started with the class. So today we're going to start with something that is super easy, but I'm going to show you 3 different options of that. And the reason I want to start with is because we actually use it in a partner work. So when we're going to get back to dancing, some of you may be already back to dancing. I don't know. I'm not back to dancing. But whenever you're dancing in a partner work, you're going to be using this part of your styling. So I think it's a useful thing to know. Okay? So now we're going to start with the basic step on 1, 2, and 3. And 5, 6, 7 is actually going to be our styling bit. Now, 5, 6, 7 is going to be a step to the side, but it could be many different options. So this is where you're going to get a little bit different. Now, one thing to keep in mind, the reason we're going to style on 5, 6, 7 and not on 1, 2, 3, because usually in the partner work, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, the guy is going to do a hook turn, or he's going to continue turning on the spot. That's why when we cannot go forward because he's doing something in front of us, we end up styling to the side so not to step on him on 5, 6, 7. So just a little bit piece of information, okay? So now we have the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Option number 1, what we're gonna do, super duper easy, just for you to know, is a step on the spot. We slightly open, but then we just do a figure 8 on 5, 6, and 7. Now, how do we do the figure 8? We talked about it a couple of times before. Figure 8 starts with the opposite corner hip, and then it travels around, and then you have another corner as well to travel around. So it's literally like you are drawing a figure 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, figure 8, 5, 6, 7. Yes? You're using hip around, and finish it off. Now, the most important thing when you're doing this is keep your upper body tight. What you don't want is your figure 8 to be influencing your upper body. Upper body is completely straight, and it's only the hip that is doing the movement. Okay, let's try. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3, figure 8. 5, 6, and 7, basic. 1, 2, and 3. That's your option number 1, right? Now, when you do the figure 8 as well, one other tip I can give you is to use the ball of your feet. When I'm doing my figure 8, watch on my heels. They come off the floor. I'm not actually lifting my feet, but I am transferring my weight by lifting the heel off the floor. And that helps me to do a bigger figure 8. And of course, knees are vaguely soft. Yeah, one more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, we go. 5, 6, and 7, basic. 1, 2, and 3. Now, in the partner work, usually he's going to have one of your hands holding, right? So we would usually normally just style with one hand. But now nobody's holding us. So we're going to style with both hands at the same time. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3. So now the trick here is to make sure you do it faster. Usually we go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now you have the whole, only the 5, 6, 7. So you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 to do the whole movement. Up and around, up and around. Now to create speed from the center, when I raise the hands to create speed, I throw them a little bit. Can you see like a little throw to give a little bit more speed? So instead of just doing straight line like this, I throw them slightly so it seems like my upper body is going slightly forward to give momentum. Boom. And then immediately I stroke around my neck, right? So the arms just cross and they stroke. So it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3. Yes? Don't forget the figure 8 when you start doing your arms. Let's try. Let's see what happens. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. We go. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3. And 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6, 7. Are you okay with that? Hopefully. Now, the other version is instead of stepping on the spot, we're going to actually take a side step. But the side step we're going to do is not going to be a normal side step. It's going to be dipping down and up, and we're going to be using the hip to scoop down and upwards. This is what it looks like. That's going to be another scoop. Yes? Completely different styling to the first one. First one is here. Yes, it's a little bit more like sexy. The second one is a little bit more, what could be the comparison? It's a little bit more reggaetonish, a little bit more street-like, yes? A little bit more out there. It's a little bit more focused here rather than look at me all here. So it's a completely different flavor, and you'll have opportunities to choose which one you like, right? Luis, hola otra vez. Okay, so guys, we're going to the side, to the basic. 1, 2, 3, and then as soon as I go to the side, my hip goes down and to the side, down to the side, down to the side. Collect basic 2 and 3. Yes, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Open, down, down, down. Basic 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and 3. We go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, and 3. Now, where I'm going to leave my arms, because it's such a clear movement that it's a hip movement, I'm going to keep my arms by my side right here. I'm going to stick them right back here, and then my chest pops out as well. So when I do this movement, this is what it would look like. Yes? You can keep hands here as well, but then it seems like you're holding on to something. Yeah? So just keep them by your side right here, and it gets the flavor of what it actually is. So let's try it one more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. We dig. 5, 6, 7. Basic 1, 2, and 3. So now let's try option number 1 and option number 2 together. Can we sway our arms side to side as well? If you mean, Leila, while you're doing this, you can. Yes, nobody can stop you. You can sway arms to side to side. Yes, I don't see why not. But Leila, keep in mind, you're dancing salsa now, right? No bachata. So it's going to be fast. Yes, it's going to be 5, 6, 7. It's not 5 and 6. You know what I mean? So when you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and you're going 5, 6, 7, it's going to be really rushed. And I don't see a lot of point in doing big arms like that when it's something so quick. And also, you have to think about what you want to show. Do you want to show everything at once, or do you want to show one thing at a time? So it's completely different. As I say, you can do it for sure, but it's going to be so fast. And when you're going to do them, you're actually going to have to rotate your body. So it's not going to actually be just a dip. It's going to end up being a bit of a twist, which is not completely the same. So you do what you want to do, but just keep that in mind when you do it. Completely different thing. Yeah? All right, one more time. 5, 6 from the top. The first option and then the second one. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and option 2. We go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Option 1. We go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Option 2. We go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and 7. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Now, guys, option number 3. Okay, we have option number 3, and then we're going to try all of the options with the music. Now, we need the option number 3 because option number 3 is, again, very common between the teachers, and that's a booty roll. We have done some booty rolls before, but we're going to do it again immediately on the 5, 6, 7. Now, when I'm going to do my booty roll, again, there's so many things you can do with the arms, but I'm going to raise both of my arms up in a connection. I'm going to connect it here, but I have told you many times before, you can connect here as well, whatever is more comfortable, but I'm going to have a wrist connection. And when I'm going to do that booty roll, I'm literally going to throw my hands just slightly before. So when I do my booty, I'm going to keep my arms, and I'm doing the booty then. So I'm going to throw them just before, and when I step, I'm connecting, and hopefully that connection here is going to keep my body upwards. So a lot of the times when you do a booty roll, this is what happens. And we want to avoid this because this is like sticking, you're sticking out your butt to somebody to see, but why? So what we want the booty to happen without sticking out the booty, right? So it's literally an arch rather than anything else. So the arms are going to keep your body upwards. Otherwise, you're going to end up like this, and that's going to be weird for you. So that's going to keep you upwards while you're doing your booty. Okay? So with the basic, it would look like this. 1, 2 to the side, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3. That was what it would look like. Yes? Let's try. Slowly. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Start raising your arms on 4, and on 5, when you go to the side, make sure you're already connecting them, and you're pushing that hip to the side, traveling around, collecting in the end. Basic 2 and 3. One more time. 5, 6, 7. We go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, 7. How are you feeling? Are you still okay? Make sure you keep that communication going because I'm guessing here, people. I'm guessing. So now let's take it from the top. We're going to have one basic, option 1, another basic, option 2, and then the third basic with the booty roll. Okay, let's go. 5, 6, 7, 1 basic. 1, 2, 3. Option 1, we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Option 2, we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Option 3, booty roll. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Yes? Yes or no? Yelena is happy with that? Good. So guys, we're going to try with music. It will give you an opportunity to practice a little bit more. And if you have any questions after the song, let me know and we can do it again. Alrighty. Let's try, let's try, let's try. Ready? 5, 6, 7, basic. 1. All right, here we go. Option 1. Option 2. And option 3. Keep it going. And here we go. Option 1. 2. And 3. Make sure you keep breathing. I don't know where you are, but in London, it's warm. All right, here we go. Option 1. And 2. And 3. Are we okay? And let's go. Option 1. 2. And 3. Last one. Option 1. 2. Dip. Down, 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 and 1. And booty. Yes? All right, how are you feeling? Are we okay? Let me know. Give me a sign how you're feeling, okay? Before I move along, we have a few more things to learn, but I want to make sure you're okay. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I have my sweat out. I swear, it's so warm in London these days that I can't even put any makeup on. You know, I can't put any foundation on because as soon as I put foundation on, I lose it. Like I sweat it off. Is that okay? All right, I have loads of thumbs up. Fantastic. We are continuing. Now, the next step we're going to learn is called the complicated Suzy Q. So we've done already on this channel, we've learned Suzy Q, and we also learned in, out Suzy Q. In, out Suzy Q. And we also learned the traveling Suzy Q. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So now, some of you have done also a complicated Suzy Q with me, but it has been a struggle for some of you. That's why we're doing it again, okay? So it's very important, you know, this step is a little bit rhythmically different than 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's why it throws a lot of people off, but it really looks nice because of that rhythmical difficulty. So it starts with the Suzy Q, then it starts with the longer Suzy Q, then it's a crossover before a Suzy Q. Hence why it's a complicated Suzy Q. So watch it once with the timing. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, and 3. Now, the easiest way I teach my students to remember it is Suzy Q, Suzy, Suzy Q, and Suzy Q. Now, that means Suzy Q, Suzy, Suzy Q. And there's a crossover before Suzy Q. So let's give it a go. We start with the basic. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, stop. Now, 1 Suzy Q. Suzy Q. Now we're doing another Suzy Q to the other direction, but longer. Suzy, Suzy Q. 1 crossover, cross, and then Suzy Q again to the right. Suzy Q. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, Suzy Q. Suzy Q, long one. Suzy, Suzy Q, crossover. And then again, Suzy Q, basic 1, 2, and 3. Now, what is important, every time you do Suzy Q, and we again talked about it many times before, you got to pivot before you step. So when you hear, you pivot before you take a step. You pivot before you continue with the longer Suzy Q. Now, with the crossover, that's when it gets super important. When you want to cross over, you got to pivot and then immediately pivot again to the other direction of the Suzy Q. So don't get confused. That crossover doesn't mean you're going to go there. That crossover is, again, a crossover for the Suzy Q. Does that make sense? You got one step before you pivot into the Suzy Q. One step before you pivot into the Suzy Q. That's the best explanation I've got. Okay, let's try one more time. Basic. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Suzy Q, pivot. Suzy Q, pivot. Suzy, Suzy Q, pivot. Pivot. Suzy Q, basic. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now, we're going to do that a few more times, but we're going to try and do it a little bit more to the music, as in to the counting faster. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go. And Suzy Q, Suzy, Suzy Q. And Suzy Q, basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go. And Suzy Q, Suzy, Suzy Q. And Suzy Q, basic. 1, 2, 3, last time, go. Suzy Q, Suzy, Suzy Q. And Suzy Q, basic. 2, 3, and 5, 6, and 7. How are you feeling? Who would like to do this again and who is actually happy with the step and ready to move along? A little bit of agua for me. I love this step. This step looks like you're really cool because you're changing the timing, changing direction, and it's also super duper small. So it looks really, really cool when you do it. Yes? So now, guys, let's take everything from the top so we can have one more song. Excellent. So, guys, starting from the top, 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3. Version number 1 to the side. 1, 2, 3. Wiggle. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Now to the side, down and up. 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Basic. 1, 2, 3. Booty roll. We go. And 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Suzy Q. We go. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, one song. Let's practice that. Now, before I put on a song, let me just quickly say something. I love you all. You know this, yes? And I do this so you would learn. But my intention is not that you will learn the moves. My intention is that you actually learn some techniques so you would look beautiful when you do it. So just because you can take a step to the side and you're doing this doesn't mean you are doing it correctly. So I cannot see you, but I'm putting it out there so you would actually have a conversation with yourself and say, can I actually do the step or am I just mimicking it, right? So you gotta make sure when you, for example, do this dip, I expect when you do this to see, I can't see, but I would like to see the actual dip, the control in the upper body, the chest sticking out forward, the arms in a nice position, and you doing actual isolation. This is not the same. I'm not saying you're doing it, but just in case. And it's the same with the booty roll. If you're doing your booty roll and it looks something like this, I don't consider that you can do it. If you're doing a booty roll, you have to, again, make sure your upper body is completely straight. Your chest sticking out. You are arching with the booty roll. You are making momentum in the beginning, taking all the way around to finish it off. If you're doing Suzy Q, I expect to see a pivot, graceful arms by the side. Everything is elegant. The core is engaged. Think about those things, please. It's my knowledge to you. You will thank me, hopefully, some other time. Okay, let's go. Ready? Engage the core. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, here we go. Version 1. Version 2. And 3. Casi todo es felicidad. Hasta que me presentas como amiga, me caigo mejor. Ready? Complicated Suzy Q. Go. Suzy, Suzy Q. And again, Suzy Q. Los amigos no se llaman a las 2 de la mañana. One more time, Suzy Q. Deberían dormir en la misma cama. Los amigos no se conocen todo el cuerpo. Por eso la reinvento otra palabra, no te creo. All right, here we go, version 1. Amigos, no, por favor. And 2. Los amigos no se hacen el amor. And 3, give me booty. Entonces digo, esa fue la última vez que nos vimos. Suzy Q, let's go. Su juguete y su pasatiempo. Pero algo pasa cuando vuelves a llamar. One more time, Suzy, you.
Que me vuelves a presentar. Los amigos no se besan en la boca.
Here we go, from the top. Part one.
Todo el día que me loca.
Part two.
Se llaman a las 2 de la mañana.
And part three.
No se ven, dormir en la misma cama.
Suzy.
Amigos no se conocen todo el cuerpo. Por eso la reinvento otra palabra. No te creo. Amigos no, por favor.
Okay, guys, last time.
Amigos no, por favor. Porque los amigos.
Here we go, part one. Part two.
Amigos.
Part three.
Porque los amigos no se besan. Porque los amigos
Suzy.
se llaman a las 2 de la mañana y duermen en la misma cama. Porque los amigos no se besan. Porque los amigos no.
Okay. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If you don't need to catch your breath, you're doing something wrong. Okay. So now the next step we're gonna learn is the grapevine, okay? We're gonna travel with salsa in a grapevine to one direction, starting on the right foot, and then we're gonna try and start with the other leg on the left foot to the other direction, okay? So watch it once. I'm gonna do my basic step. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. My body slightly angles to the direction where I'm about to go. Now grapevine is gonna start with my right foot crossing over my left foot, and then it's going to keep continuing crossing and opening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On 8, I tap on my left foot, and now the other direction I'm going to cross over on my left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap on the right. Basic 2 and 3. Now, how does it work mechanically? Literally, it's cross, open, cross. One cross in front, one cross behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap. And basic. Now, it's going to have to be super duper small, and it is going to be really, really fast. So make sure you keep it tight so you wouldn't travel too much to the one direction and another. Keep it tight. Don't fall over your own foot. Yes, make sure you survive this move. And let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. So starting with the basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, prepare. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Now, when we're dancing usually in salsa, we probably not gonna go all the way to both sides. So usually we would do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? So we kind of mix it up. So when we're gonna do some like choreography, you will see what I mean. I'm gonna make sure I incorporate this step as well. But for now, just for you to know that you could do both directions. It doesn't have to necessarily be one direction or the other. That's why we're practicing both. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. We go. And right and right and right and right, left and left and left and left. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. How are we doing with this step, ladies? Now, this step as well, the reason I like this step is because it's kind of like a syncopated step. It's not 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. It keeps going. Ta 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 ta. So it's rhythmically again a little bit more interesting. That's why I like it. Now it's always nicer if you actually do it on the ball of the feet. So my heels are off the floor when I'm traveling. It becomes really small and composed, right? So it ends up as if your hips are moving around because your legs are crossing over, yes? But my body actually is still centered. So I'm not moving my body with my hips because that kind of throws me off. My body is straight and I let my hips with my feet move, and it literally happens through this part of your body. That's what makes it pretty cool. And then also I'm keeping my arms by my side. So when I do my hips, my arms just there, and the whole visual of this is for everybody to see. All right, let's go. One more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Basic 1, 2, 3. Travel and we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basic and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. How are we doing, my survivors? Is it happening? It's a yay or it's a nay? Let me know if you want to do it again. I will make sure to do so for you. Make sure you don't trip over your own foot, yes? All elegant, floating on the floor, very nice and easy, like it's nothing to you, like it is nothing, like it's so easy for you. So now, if you are okay with that, I would like to do just one more thing, because we touched over on this movement here. We also did this movement here, and we did the circle, right? So I would really, really like to do one more hip movement if we could, because we slightly, gently touched that movement when we did our step here. Remember this one? But I want to do it in a little bit more precise way because I think we really struggled with that step and I want to work on it individually. Tripping hazard. Yes, Yelena, if you're going to actually just make sure you pivot those feet, there's not going to be any tripping hazard. You're going to be just fine. But you got to make sure you twist those feet. If you twist, you'll be fine. The moment your hips don't twist, that's when it becomes, you know, the tripping hazard situation. But if you're managing, that's fine. Okay, guys, so next step is going to be all based on a hip motion, okay? I'm going to step across forward on my foot. And when I do so, I'm going to practice this movement here. But now what's going to happen, I'm going to step into this movement, but then the whole movement is going to go down and then I'm going to come up. So watch what I mean. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3. Taking the whole counts 8 to go down and up. Down on 4, coming back down on up. So I'm going to start with my right foot going across. And as I do so, before I stepped across, I actually start collecting my core right here. Can you see that? Collect. When I collect my core, my leg comes up. It is zombie move. Very similar, Layla, to zombie move. Very similar, but don't do the zombie move. Okay? So guys, we're collecting the core right here. Then, as soon as I push my pelvis out, that's when I take my step. But I don't take there. I take almost on the spot. Once that happens, look, there's an arch here. That arch, I'm going to extend while I'm leaning forward. Then my knees are bent now. I'm going to collapse my head. The head is the last one to go. And now I'm going to start bringing my body upwards. And I have like now a hump. And then when I'm bringing it back, I make sure that by the time I raise my head, I shift my weight on my left foot so I could go back into my basic. So the movement itself is here and arch, head is the last. And then body comes back into the left foot, basic 2 and 3. So the movement itself here is super duper important. Now, it doesn't matter, don't get scared. It doesn't matter how big or small you do it, yes? So you could just as easy just do this. And that's nice, as long as you're making the movement happen. Yes, one thing at a time. You start with the hip, then the head is the first to leave, and then the head is the first to come back, the last to come back. Yes, and if you feel like you're more comfortable with your legs, then you can actually make it a little bit bigger as well. Let's try it. Let's try it. So starting with the basic step, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Remember, movement before the step. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic 2, 3. Again. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, movement and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, 7. Let's try a little bit faster. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Movement. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Any questions, guys? It's all about first the movement and the push out. Push out before you take a step, and as soon as you do, you lock it. If this is locked, now all you need to do is keep that arch going and then collapse. It's an arch and then collapse. Arch and then collapse. And of course, shift your weight before you go. We got some questions here. Losing my balance when down, coming up. So if you're losing your balance, that means you're pushing your upper body too much forward rather than taking it down on the spot. So watch what I mean, Desiree. When I'm going here and I'm going down, my knees are bending and I'm going down, right? Now, as soon as I am relaxing my head, what happens sometimes, my body goes forward. So what you need to do is make sure that your weight is backwards. So when you're collapsing, your weight is backwards on the back leg. Then you'll be fine. Because once you're here and you push the head forward, that's when you're losing balance. Because suddenly from going here, you're going that way. You know what I mean? So make sure when you start going up, you push your balance backwards, and that should help you with the balance a little bit as well. Try Desiree and let me see if it's actually better for you. Mary Lou is asking, does it matter which foot you point? It does, Mary Lou. The ball of the right foot and left foot on the floor. Otherwise, I have the same problem as Desiree. It does matter which foot is where. Yes, it does. So when I'm going on my right foot has to go down. If your right foot doesn't go down on the heel, you won't be able to do it. So your left foot ends up without the heel. If you put your left foot down, you do this movement, this is a completely different position. You cannot come back as gracefully and flexibly as we would like. So, oh, you were on the ball of the foot. So yes, guys, the right foot is flat. The left foot, ball of the foot. Now I'm going down, my right foot is flat. When I bend my body, my weight is still on the left foot, on the ball of the foot, but my weight is backwards, not forwards. If you're falling forwards, it's because your weight is forwards. So just shift. I'm trying to show you from many different directions, guys. So just make sure when you're here and you collapse, look, my weight is on my back leg when I'm coming up. My weight doesn't stay here forward. Just shift that way backwards and you should be fine. Try, Mary Lou, let me know how it goes, okay? So one more time with the basic step. 5, 6, 7, we go. 1, 2, 3. And we go contract. 1, 2, 3, come back. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. One more time. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. And here we go. And contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Guys, we're going to try and do everything from the top. But one last thing I'm going to say before we do it. Sometimes if you're losing balance, maybe you're going too low. Not everybody's legs are capable of carrying their weight going that low. So if you feel like you're falling over, it also might mean that you need to do just a little bit less. Yes, I'm just saying. Just no judgment. You, as I say, you can do small and it's just as nice as long as you do it correctly. It's not about the size, it's about the technique. Okay? So from the top, the whole thing. We got the riki taki tuki, taki taki taki, hooky hooky hooky. Then Suzy Q, Suzy Q, and Suzy Q. And then we have, what's the other part with it? Oh, it's getting harder and harder, yes? And then you have your grapevine, travel, and then you have your last part, which is boom, papa. Much more about body movement, but the most important bit, guys, boom, and exchange. Up, and exchange. Up, and exchange. That's the killer part, okay? So here we go, from the top. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3. Part 1, we go. And 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1, 2, 3. Part 2, we go. And 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Booty, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Suzy Q, go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, grapevine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Pelvis, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. And that is few steps that we learned today. Ready for music? See what happens. We'll try with music, and guys, you can ask more questions afterwards. No problem at all. We can have a conversation once we're finished. Let's see. Ooh, getting warm. 5, 6, 7, basic. 1 and 1. All right, ready? Part 1, here we go. Part 2, here we go. Part 3. Suzy Q. Grapevine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Body movement, contract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. No time to snooze. Let's go, part 1. 2. Booty. Suzy Q. Grapevine. Body and 1, 5 and 1. All right, here we go. Part one. Part two. Part three. Suzy. Suzy, Q. And Suzy, Q. Grapevine, let's go. Basic body movement. And my favorite part. Basic. A fuego. Ready? Part one, let's go. Suzy Q, let's go. Great time. Right. Left. Body. Keep breathing, keep going, keep going. All right, here we go. Part one. Suzy. Grapevine. Body. Not finished yet, not finished yet. Get your second win, get your second win. Ready? Part one, go. Suzy. Great mind, let's go. Body movement. Part one, let's go. Part two. Suzy Q. Guys, well done, well done, well done. I'm super duper proud of you. That's a long song, but isn't it awesome? Losing my voice from shouting. Isn't it awesome when you practice so much and you actually get a little bit more comfortable with the steps to be able to put them together and just go for it? I absolutely love, love, love it. And I'm absolutely warm. I'm melting, people. I've been melting 2 days in a row. Teaching yesterday, melting, today melting. But you know what? I bloody love it. For sure. Guys, how are you feeling? Have you enjoyed that? Did you learn something new? I really, guys, like this movement here. I really hope you practice that one. It's such a different movement. You can incorporate in more lyrical pieces like this one today that we did just the last song. So cool, isn't it? Oh, Yelena, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. And Mary Lou, thank you so much for your donation. I just noticed it. Thank you very much. Really, really nice. Thank you. Oh, good. Guys, remember, next week we have our choreography week. Please don't forget about it. Practice a little bit. My job is to encourage. I know you have lives, and I know when the good weather is out, you want to go out and enjoy it. And I absolutely understand it. But, I have to encourage you a little bit, right? So, try and practice as much as you can. And of course, in the choreography, we're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to pretend we're on the stage, and we're going to try and get out of our comfort zone. But guys, what I was saying in bachata class, I'm going to say it's the same to you. If you have a song, a salsa song that you really, really like, send that song for me on Instagram, DM me, like write me a message or leave a comment here or something. Because if you let me know the song that you like, maybe I could use that song for the choreography, and you're going to end up actually learning choreography to music that is your favorite. So keep sending me the songs. If it doesn't work, I'll let you know if the song it doesn't match the stuff that we need to do. But if it works, I'll use that song because, I have a lot of favorite songs. I've been doing this for like all my life. So it's nice sometimes to get inspired by you, and it's nice for you then to get the song to dance to that you like. And it's good for me. It challenges me. I'm going to be using a song that maybe wouldn't have been my choice to start with. So please don't be shy. Write me a message on Insta or something, and we can talk about music, and we can pick a song for the next week. So that's going to be exciting. And of course, we're going to try and think of what kind of prizes I can give away for some videos as well. So don't worry, I have not forgotten you. Guys, that's it. Now enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I really appreciate you being here. And I know some people are from London, some people from UK, and those people who are from UK and we're having great weather, I really appreciate you being here because I know, as I say, that you much rather be somewhere else and enjoy the weather. And the people who are joining us from all over the world, guys, thank you so much as well. Really appreciate it. I do this for you, so it gives me a lot of happiness when I see you happy. Then I'm like, woohoo. Katie's from Miami. Oh, Katie, have I ever met you in Miami, Katie? I used to go to Miami every second month. Like every 2 months, Katie, I used to be in Miami. I went to dance all the time. Next time I'm in Miami, Katie, we need to hook up. We need to hook up and go out dancing together. That will be fun. I love people coming from all over the world. That is just so, so cool. Just inspires me to do more. Your first time. Oh, Katie. Okay, well, hello, Katie. We're going to have to make time and meet up at some point, for sure. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. That's all for now. Stay tuned. Make sure you find me on the Instagram because I have so much more that I shared there. There's like videos and other things, and you can see more about me. And besides that, I'm just sending you my love. Thank you so much for being here, guys. And thank you, everybody, for donating money. Guys, I see you. And even those who's using PayPal and Coffee, really appreciate it. I see you all and really, really grateful. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy your day. Love you.